The night they decided Malik had learned too much, Brooklyn went silent. No warning, no announcement, just the feeling that something had shifted. 3 weeks after the bridge. 3 weeks after he met the sister he was never supposed to find. And now, someone was hunting him. A shot echoes down the empty industrial street. Malik dives behind a dumpster as a brick shatters beside him. Not a warning, a decision. This is what happens 3 weeks after you meet your sister on an impossible bridge. This is what happens when you decide truth matters more than safety. His phone vibrates. A video call. Soo-Jin. He answers, keeping his voice to a whisper. Kinda busy right now. I know. I'm watching. Her voice is tight with fear. Someone hacked into the street cameras. Send me the feed. Malik, there are 2 more coming from the north. You're surrounded. Great. Fantastic. Any ideas? The construction site. 2 blocks east. Lose them in the scaffolding. Gunfire erupts again. The dumpster shudders with impact. Soo-Jin, his voice cracks. If I don't make it, don't. She's crying now. He can hear it. Don't you dare say goodbye. I just found you. You don't get to leave me. Something breaks in Malik's chest. He spent 26 years alone, convinced he didn't need anyone. And now, with bullets flying and death close enough to taste, he realizes the cruelest thing the program ever did wasn't just separating them. It was making them believe they were completely alone. I'm not going anywhere, he promises. We're whole now, and whole people are harder to break. He runs. Across the street. Between buildings. His lungs are burning. His mind is screaming that this is insane, that he's going to die in a Brooklyn alley because he asked the wrong questions. He reaches the construction site. Chain link fence. Locked gate. No time for locks. Malik climbs. His hands slip on coal metal. He hauls himself over just as his pursuers round the corner. He drops into darkness. Lands hard. Something in his ankle twists. Pain explodes up his leg, but he forces himself to move. Limping between concrete pillars. Ducking under scaffolding. The construction site is a maze of shadows and metal. Perfect. His phone rings again. Different number. Unknown. Against every instinct he answers. Malik Johnson. A woman's voice. Unfamiliar. Stop moving. They're using thermal imaging. You're lit up like Christmas. Who is this? Someone who's been watching you since the bridge. Someone who knows what Evelyn started. And someone who can get you out of this alive if you listen very carefully. Malik presses himself against a concrete pillar. His breath comes in ragged gasps. I'm listening. There's a maintenance tunnel. 15 feet to your left. Locked with a keypad. Code is 1-9-9-4. Get in. Get underground. They won't follow you there. Why not? Because they're professionals. And professionals don't go into confined spaces where they lose tactical advantage. Move. Now. You have 30 seconds before they triangulate this call. Malik moves. Finds a door. Punches in the code. It opens. He's inside and descending before he can second-guess whether trusting a stranger on the phone is the stupidest thing he's ever done. The tunnel is exactly what you'd expect. Dark. Damp. Smelling of rust and abandonment. But it's not a dead end. Light ahead. Faint but real. Malik follows it. His ankle throbs with every step. His mind races faster than his feet. Someone tried to kill him. Not threatened. Not warned. Kill. 3 weeks since the bridge. 3 weeks since he and Soo-Jin proved the impossible was real. Apparently 3 weeks is how long it takes for powerful people to decide you're too dangerous to live. The tunnel opens into a basement. Old. Industrial. A single figure waiting in the shadows. Dr. Sarah Chun steps into the light. Hello, Malik. We need to talk. And we need to do it fast, because in approximately 5 minutes, this location will be compromised and we'll both be dead. Across the world in Seoul, Soo-Jin's apartment lights cut out. Not a power failure. A targeted shutdown. She's already moving before the darkness is complete. Grabbing her go-bag. The one she packed the day after the bridge. The one she hoped she'd never need. Her phone, backup battery, always charged, shows 3 messages. All from numbers she doesn't recognize. All saying the same thing. Asterisk, leave now. Asterisk. She's at the door when it explodes inward. Not literally, but close. 3 men. Professional. Armed with what look like tasers, not guns. They want her alive. That's worse. Soo-Jin runs for the window. 5th floor. No fire escape. Doesn't matter. She's out the window and climbing before rational thought catches up. Her fingers find holds in the building's architecture. Her body moves on pure survival instinct. Below, the street is too far. Above, the roof is closer. She climbs. The men don't follow. Can't follow. They're not trained for this. But they don't need to be. A drone appears. Silent. Hovering at eye level. A voice speaks through its speaker. Male. Accented. Calm. Han Soo-Jin. We don't want to hurt you. We want to help. The people chasing you, they're not the only threat. There are others. Worse ones. Come with us. We'll protect you. Soo-Jin reaches the roof. Pulls herself over the edge. She stays low, eyes scanning. Protect me? Her voice is hard. You broke into my apartment with armed men. We're asking you to survive the next 24 hours. Because the architect just activated elimination protocols for all 47 pairs. You and your brother aren't special. You're just next on the list. The drone rotates. Its camera points behind her. Soo-Jin turns. 2 more figures on the roof. Approaching from the building's access door. These ones have guns. Soo-Jin's jaw tightens. She looks at the drone. Looks at the gunman. Her options are narrowing fast. What do you want me to do? Jump. What? The building next door? 4 meters. You can make it. Soo-Jin looks at the gap. 4 meters might as well be 40. I can't. You climbed out a 5th floor window because 3 men scared you. You can jump 4 meters because the alternative is a bullet. Your choice. You have 5 seconds. The armed figures are closing in. Soo-Jin doesn't look back. She doesn't let herself think. She runs and jumps. For one endless moment, she's flying. Suspended between buildings. Between life and death. Between the person she was and whoever she's about to become. She hits the opposite roof. Rolls. Her shoulder screams. Her vision blurs. But alive. The drone is already there. Waiting. Good. Now run. Southwest corner. Fire escapes. 3 flights down. Black van waiting. Get in. We'll explain everything. Who are you? We're the ones Evelyn worked with before she went rogue. We're what's left of the original program. The ones who didn't agree with elimination protocols. The ones who've been protecting separated siblings for the past 8 years. Soo-Jin runs. Because what else can she do? Behind her, the gunmen don't jump. Don't follow. They just watch her go. Like this was expected. Like this was planned. She reaches the van. The door opens. The interior is dark. Get in or get shot. Those are your options. Soo-Jin gets in. The van is already moving before the door fully closes. Inside, 2 people. The woman driving, Asian, 40s, military bearing. A younger man in the passenger seat, frantically typing on a laptop. Where's Malik? Soo-Jin demands. Brooklyn, the man says without looking up. Being extracted by our team there. You'll see him in 14 hours if everything goes according to plan. And if it doesn't, then you'll see his body on the news and spend the rest of your very short life wondering if trust was the right choice. The woman driving shoots him a look. Marcus, you're terrible at reassurance. I'm great at honesty. The woman extends her hand back towards Soo-Jin. Doesn't take her eyes off the road. Dr. Sarah Chun. I worked with Evelyn. I helped design the separation program. And I've spent the last 8 years trying to atone for it. Soo-Jin doesn't take the hand. You separated families. Children. You destroyed lives. Yes. And now I'm supposed to trust you? No. You're supposed to survive the next 24 hours. Trust can come later. If we're all still breathing. The van takes a corner too fast. Soo-Jin slides across the seat. Where are we going? Incheon Airport. Private terminal. You're leaving Korea. Tonight. I'm not. You don't have a choice. Marcus interrupts. The architect just issued termination orders for every separated sibling still alive. 23 pairs. 46 people. All to be eliminated within 72 hours. Staying in Seoul makes it easy. Leaving makes you a moving target. Moving targets are harder to hit. Soo-Jin's stomach drops. 46 people. In 72 hours. Give or take. Depending on how efficient his teams are. We can warn them. We're trying. Been trying for the past 3 hours. Some are listening. Some think we're the threat. Some are already dead. The word hangs in the air like smoke. Asterisk, already dead. Asterisk, how many? Soo-Jin asks quietly. Marcus finally looks up from his laptop. His expression tells her everything. As of 20 minutes ago, for confirmed. 2 more likely. We're losing them faster than we can reach them. Soo-Jin closes her eyes. This is what happens when you go public. When you expose secrets. When you prove the impossible. This is the cost of truth. Her phone buzzes. Malik calling. Are you okay? Define okay. His voice is strained. Exhausted. I'm alive. Currently in a tunnel under Brooklyn with a woman who claims she can save us. You, in a van with the same woman. Different continents. Same promise. They both pause. Processing. Then Malik laughs. It's a brittle, broken sound. We really did it, didn't we? We poked the bear. And now the bear is mauling everyone. The bear was always mauling people, Soo-Jin says. We just made it visible. That's supposed to make me feel better? No. It's supposed to make you angry. Because anger is useful. Fear is paralyzing. Anger moves. Dr. Chin's voice comes through Malik's side of the call. Both of you need to listen. We're pulling together an emergency extraction. Getting as many separated siblings as we can to a secure location. Somewhere the architect can't reach. Somewhere we can regroup and figure out our next move. Where? Malik asks. Prague. Soo-Jin's breath catches. Prague, where 23 people died 8 years ago, trying to do exactly what they're planning now. You're insane, she says. Probably, Dr. Chin agrees. But it's the last place they'll expect us to go. And it has something the other locations don't. What? The original bridge. Where the program started. Where the first separation occurred. If we're going to fight this, if we're going to end it, we need to understand what we're dealing with. And all the answers are there. How many can you extract? Malik asks. We have teams in 8 cities. If we move fast, if we're lucky, maybe 20. Out of 46. And the other 26? Silence. We save who we can. We mourn who we can't. And we make sure their deaths mean something. The calls end. Soo-Jin sits in the back of a van racing toward an airport, toward a city where people like her died for the crime of wanting family, toward a future that's uncertain at best and fatal at worst. And she makes a decision. I want to fight, she tells Dr. Chun. Not just survive. Fight. Dr. Chin's eyes meet hers in the rearview mirror. Good. Because survival was never the plan. Survival is just staying alive until the next threat. We're aiming higher. What's higher than survival? Victory. Exposure. Burning the whole system down so thoroughly that it can never be rebuilt. Not under different names. Not with different oversight. Never. How? By doing exactly what the architect fears most. By bringing all the separated siblings together. In one place. At one time. Making the connection undeniable. Broadcasting it to the world. Creating evidence so overwhelming that even governments can't suppress it. The bridge phenomenon, Soo-Jin breathes. Exactly. You and Malik proved it's real. You proved that separated siblings can connect across space. Now we prove it's not random. Not an anomaly. It's systematic. Repeatable. Scientific. And if we're wrong? If it doesn't work again? Then we die in Prague with all the others who tried and failed. But at least we die trying to change something instead of hiding from it. The van reaches the airport. Private terminal. No security. No witnesses. A cargo plane waits on the tarmac. Unmarked. Engines already running. That's your ride, Dr. Chin says. 14-hour flight. You'll meet Malik in Warsaw. Transfer there to Prague. Total journey time, 20 hours. The architect's teams will be hunting you the entire way. Comforting. Honesty, remember? Not reassurance. Soo-Jin gets out. Stands on the tarmac. The plane's engines vibrate the air itself. Dr. Chun, she calls back. Why are you doing this? Really? Guilt isn't enough to risk your life. Dr. Chin's face becomes a mask of pain. I had a daughter. She was one of 47. Elena Volkov's caseworker died before telling me. I didn't know until 3 days after Elena was killed. My daughter, Katia, died in Moscow in a car accident 9 months ago. She was 24, and she died not knowing I loved her. not knowing I was searching for her, not knowing I spent 8 years trying to fix what I'd helped create. Tears streamed down Dr. Chen's face, but her voice remained steady. So no, guilt isn't enough, but love is, and grief is, and rage is. I can't bring her back, but I can make sure no other parent lives with this. No other child dies alone wondering if they mattered. Soo-Jin nods, turns toward the plane, then back. We're going to win, she says. For Katia, for Elena, for all of them. I hope you're right. Hope isn't optional. It's ammunition. Soo-Jin boards the plane. 14 hours to Warsaw, then 6 more to Prague. 20 hours until she sees Malik again. 20 hours until they begin the fight that will either free them all or kill them all. The plane lifts off. Seoul disappears below, and Soo-Jin realizes with absolute clarity there's no going back. The life she had, the quiet existence of questions without answers, is gone forever. Now, there's only forward, into danger, into truth, into whatever comes next. Here is the final section. Meanwhile, in Brooklyn, Malik follows Dr. Chun through the tunnel system. Where does this lead? He asks. Safe house. 2 miles from here. You'll rest for 3 hours. Then we're moving you to JFK. Same plan as your sister. Cargo transport. Warsaw. Prague. 3 hours isn't much rest. 3 hours is generous considering the kill teams are actively sweeping the area for your corpse. They emerge into a basement. Old. Industrial. But equipped like a military operations center. Screens showing surveillance feeds. Maps marked with locations. Phones ringing constantly. And people, at least a dozen, all working with frantic urgency. One of them looks up. Young, maybe 19, dark skin, sharp eyes. Malik Johnson, she says. Finally, I'm Amara. I've been tracking your digital footprint for 6 months. You're surprisingly easy to find for someone being hunted by international conspiracies. I'll work on my operational security, Malik says dryly. You'll work on staying alive. Security comes later. Another person approaches. Older. Male. Carrying a laptop. Marcus Way. Singapore extraction. My father was killed 9 months ago. They made it look like a random mugging. He holds Malik's gaze. It wasn't random. One by one, they introduced themselves. Thomas. Lucia. Yuki. Nadia. All of them survived. All of them separated siblings who found the truth and started fighting back. All of them now targets. How many of us are there? Malik asks. In this room? 12, Dr. Chun says. Globally, we've made contact with 32 out of the 46 still alive. 23 are confirmed en route to Prague. The others are either refusing help or already unreachable. Unreachable meaning dead. Unreachable meaning we don't know. Which is worse, because we keep hoping. And hoping guts you faster than certainty. A phone rings. Everyone freezes. Marcus answers. Listens. His face goes pale. Understood. We'll prepare. He hangs up. Looks at the group. Elena Volkov just died in Moscow. Hit and run. She was 19. She believed us. She was making arrangements to come to Prague. They killed her for it. Silence. Then Amara slams her fist on a table. That's 6 now. 6 in the past 4 hours. At this rate, they'll eliminate all of us before we can even reach Prague. Then we move faster, Dr. Chin says. Change all the timelines. Get people moving now. Tonight. No more waiting. No more careful planning. We go loud. We go fast. And we accept that some of us won't make it. That's a terrible plan, Thomas says. You have a better one? He doesn't. Dr. Chun turns to Malik. Your sister asked me why I'm doing this. I told her. Now I'm asking you, why are you? You could run. Disappear. Change your name. Live quietly. Why risk everything for people you've never met? Malik thinks about his mother. About the recording she left. About Soo-Jin's face when they met on the bridge. Because I spent 26 years feeling like I was half a person. Like something was missing, but I couldn't name it. And then I met my sister and I understood I wasn't broken. I was incomplete. They broke us. Deliberately. Systematically. And I'm tired of being broken. He looks around the room. At faces that mirror his own story. We're all incomplete. All missing pieces. But together? Together we're whole. And whole people fight back. Good answer, Dr. Chun says. Now prove it. The 2 hours pass in a blur. New clothes, fake documents, encrypted phones, weapons Malik has no idea how to use, but carries anyway, because the weight is somehow comforting. And then he sees it, a file marked Project Bridge Origins. He opens it and his blood runs cold. The program didn't start 30 years ago. It started at 60. The 47 pairs aren't the first. They're the fourth generation. 3 previous iterations. 112 people killed before the current 47 were even born. Malik scrolls further. His breathing slows, then stops. There's a section at the bottom of the file. Project Bridge, Phase 5. Status: active. There were 4 generations, he says quietly. We're the 4th. Dr. Chin nods. Yes. Malik turns the screen toward her. Then why does this say Phase 5 is already in progress? Silence. No one in the room moves. Dr. Chin's face drains of color. That's not possible, she whispers. Malik keeps reading. Subject criteria: individuals with no biological sibling. He looks up. They're not separating siblings anymore. His voice drops. They're creating them. The lights in the safe house flicker. All screens go black. And on every monitor, one message appears. You were never the experiment. You were the prototype. Subscribe to see Part 3. Comment your theory on Phase 5. What are they creating? Like if this twist hit different.